Hello. Yeah. I welcome the Chairman, Chancellor, the Vice Chancellor, Executive Council members, Academic Council members, Guest of Honor, the Chief Guest, media, and parents to the Convocation. I welcome the eminent persons to be conferred honorary degree, deans of faculties, distinguished guests, and the candidates who are present here to receive degrees and medals to this convocation.
Now I declare the convocation open. Thank you.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, distinguished guests, respected faculty members, dear parents, and my dear graduates, good afternoon.
MCA or MBA, whatever it may be, so continue this learning and go with the flow of the technology. Then only you will be relevant and you will be greatly successful. Otherwise, having a degree has no meaning at all. But go with the flow of the technology, then you will be very much relevant. Everywhere there is there would be technical element. So we have to accept that, first accept that. That is the reason I am describing so much. So you have to first accept what is necessary for the next movement. Technology is very much necessary. Out of the entire technology, what is it we require? You need not design the AI tool, but you should know how to apply what are the different AI tools and how to apply the AI tool, how to go with that, how to get the analysis of it, how to make the conclusions of it. These are the things required for the business, for MBA or MCA students and all that. So I wish that you are going to continue this kind of learning and make yourselves all the great leaders. So the next part is after having the MBA degree or MCA degree or even the BCA degree also, naturally you will be promoted as the managers, or you yourselves are thinking like entrepreneurs. All these things would be there. So I want to put small encouragement for that. So when you are becoming entrepreneur, or you are going to do some business, there are 2-3 things you have to keep in mind. The first thing is, normally everybody thinks of the profit when you start the business. But more than the profit, you have to build the trust. Trust of the people. The greatest example of our country is Tata. He is known for its trust. So you have to build the trust more than the profit. Once you build the trust, naturally the profit automatic, it is by default, it will happen. This is the first principle. You have to keep it in mind when you are starting a business kind of thing. The second thing is value addition for your product. Whatever the product is there with you, how to make it, add value to that product. For example, all of you are aware, Haldirams are there. Haldiram's business is simple. Laddu, Chakadalu, all these things are the Haldiram's business. Every household can do this, Laddu. Everybody can do this. But why that business became 12,000 crores? The value addition there is the packing. Vacuum packing. They were the first people to introduce packing, because our problem is laddu cannot be there after 3 days. or Karaposa cannot be there after 4 days. So Chekkadalu is not there after 5-6 days, but it can be there in the vacuum for months together. That is the value addition. So try to think of the value addition of your product. What is it? How can I add value to that? And the third principle, being entrepreneurs, you have to always keep it in mind is, yes, value for money. Yeah, when we are taking some money from the others, whether we are giving back to the value, whether we are giving back the same value or better value for that money, that is what we have to think of every time. Of course, we are thinking of that as an institution. And actually, Madhumati is there, they don't do it, but we are doing it. We are doing it for our institutions, ROI, return on investment. I think you are taught in your courses, return on investment. So suppose a batch of students, 1,000 students are taking admission, paying the fees for 4 years. Let us say their fees is 1 lakh. They are paying the fees of 40 crores for 4 years. How much they are getting back in the first year of their employment? We are getting more than 130%. Yes, 120 to 130%. That is how we are thinking. Yes, anybody has to think. We are taking money from the society or the government, whatever it may be. But how much we are giving back? In the first year itself, we are getting more than 130%. It won't happen even in Polavaram. Polavaram takes 20-25 years or any other activity. It happens in education, it is happening. So this is how you have to calculate, not selling of it. Selling is the very primitive thing, any product. So making it valuable to the customer. And sometimes you have to give more value to the customer than we receive. So this is how you have to think as an entrepreneur. Going to receive the degree. Yes, this is the approach you have to make yourselves. Entrepreneur. And next part is going to. So suppose you are not an entrepreneur, you become the manager, which means you are a leader of some people, I mean of 20, 30, 50 people, because you got the MBA degree. So naturally they give you the promotions and all that. You may become the manager. Manager means leader. Leader, what are the qualities you should exhibit? It is not the authoritarianism. It is not the undemocratic way. It is something else. You should maintain the people's skills. The first skill is you should be graceful to the people. People are there to commit mistakes, but we should be there to correct them and make them better. That is the first thing you have to make it. The second thing is, yes, you should make more democratic. Inclusiveness. I don't know whether you heard of it or not in your course. Inclusiveness is the most important thing for the growth of any organization, any country. So if you go through the book of Why Nations Fail, you can find. So America and Mexico has got the same resources. But Mexico is in a very bad shape and America is in a glorious shape. It is just because Mexico is ruled by 4 or 5 rowdies. No inclusiveness, no involvement of the people. In the same way, South Korea and North Korea. South Korea is very dark because North Korea is dictated by one fellow. In the same way, many South African countries are also same. For any organization also it works. It is the same. So you have to involve people, not authoritarianism, not an undemocratic way. You have to involve the people, include the people, and maintain the inclusiveness. Then only you will become the good leaders, good managers, and get the good production outcomes of it. Yes. So when we take the feedback from our faculty. It is a surprise for all of you. So for our Vignan University, happiness index is 4.7 out of 5. It is very rarely happen. Yes. So how much inclusiveness is there, how much democratic approach is there, how much we involve the people, involve the activities, that matters a big way. Be compassionate means you have to understand the problem of others, being in their shoes. Be concerned of the people. Be kind of the people. This is the way you have to maintain. I don't think your books must have told you all these things or not. Your lessons, whether it is there and the lessons or not. But these are the essential qualities to become leaders or managers and successful leaders. So I wish with this degree, you know the fundamentals, but you have to develop all these things. One thing is trust and value for money, and as managers, try to maintain in a democratic way, in a very meaningful way, maintain the compassion, concern, and all the other things, so that you'll grow and your organizations will grow. Once again, I wish you all the best and congratulate you and your family members for making this, your effort a great success.
I request Honorable Executive Council Member and Member of Parliament, Lavasri Krishna Devarayulu, to address the gathering, sir. Please, sir.
Chairman, AP State Council of Higher Education, a man who has immense knowledge about the higher education system, and he has been doing amazing stuff for the state of Andhra Pradesh with regards to the higher education. And our guest of honor, SP Sailaja Garu, just now Chairman has mentioned, and I was asking how many songs she has sung, and she was telling me 10,000 songs. I was like, that's amazing. Then she was like, my brother has done 40,000 songs. So I am 1/4 of where my brother was. So she was putting herself in a very humble way, saying that I still have to go further and further. Paulu Subbarao Garu, Chancellor, Chairman, Vice Chancellor, VC, members of Executive and Academic Council, of faculty. Normally you have to talk about the families of the students also today. A warm welcome to all of you, and congratulations to all the graduates here who are successfully completing their degree. If I have to address here, I have to ask you before, how many have listened to the convocation speeches that has happened yesterday on the same dais? If you haven't, try to go back and listen to those speeches that have happened yesterday. Yesterday also there's a convocation that has happened, but that was for the 4th year students, MTech students and the PhD students, full-time, who are studying full-time on campus. They have come here and taken the degrees here. If you have listened to all the speeches yesterday, all the guests were telling them, you have to be studying. You can't say just because you got a degree, you should not be stopping yourself here, but you have to be a lifelong learners. Even when you are working, you should be spending some time, quality time on updating yourself. Even if you have a family to take care of, don't stop or don't think that this is the end of me learning, but keep on learning. That's what they were saying. They were lecturing yesterday to all the students, and all of the lectures, all of that, what they have said yesterday comes true to you, because you have done exactly that for the last 3 years or 4 years of your study. You have your families to take care of, still you studied. You have a job to do, but still you have studied. You have some other duties that you have to perform, still you have studied, and it was a continuous learning. You already got a job because you've finished a diploma, you've finished the undergraduation, but you still thought, I'm not happy with the diploma degree, I have to finish my undergrad. I'm not happy with the undergrad degree, I have to do my post-graduation. That is the spirit with which you have done your studies. So everyone who have gathered here, once again, the effort that you have put in is something different. So congratulations to all of you from everyone on the dais. While I was going to the robing today, so when you have to come down to the dais here, we have to put on our robes. There's a ceremony that happens. So while I was going there was the first year students who were sitting on the stairs. And almost like 70 or 80 of them were sitting there. Out of 70 or 80 of them, 60 of them are on their phones. 60 of them are on their phones. They're either on social media or any other platform, but they were searching, browsing, consuming data. So I'm sure like them, you're also very tech savvy. You also spent considerable amount of time on your mobile phones. So after this convocation is over, I don't advise you to do it now, but once the convocation is over, on the way back, either on the bus or at home, try to do a search of a name. Try to search this name. His name is Muhammad Irfan. Try to search his name. Once you go back, now don't do it now. I don't want you to disturb now. But you write it down and search this name, Muhammad Irfan. Very interesting story, this guy. This guy is like, I'm addicted to his videos for the last at least a week or so. Because this guy is reciting the preamble of the Constitution. He was reciting the preamble of the Constitution. There's a poet named Neeraj. He's a huge poet in North India. He writes in Hindi. He is reciting his poems based on the occasion, based on the subject. He was giving out the numbers about employment. He was giving out numbers on salaries of various laborers working in various states. What is the minimum salary that is given to labor in various states? So he's giving out all this data. The way he does it with that passion and with that much of research, I was so astonished. So I was thinking, this guy must have at least been a professor, he must have finished his PhD, he must be some great academician or, then I searched what's his background. Then I came to know that he didn't do his PhD. He didn't do his post-graduation also. He didn't even do his undergraduation also. He didn't do any of the higher education. Forget about higher education. He didn't even do the schooling also. He finished his schooling in 3rd grade or 4th grade because his family position was like that. And he is a street vendor in Delhi. He is earning 300 to 400 rupees a day by being a street vendor in Delhi. But he was able to learn all this, and he was able to recite them. He was able to give out a comprehensive speech by taking references from all these topics. I'm sure, I'm honestly telling you, 90% of my colleagues in the parliament also cannot do what he's doing. But he was able to do it. So stunning for me. So if you have time, please go through it. It's all in Hindi, but you will understand his emotion, passion and everything, the way, the flow and everything you will understand. So you'll get it. So someone who hasn't even gone to the school, so someone asked him, how are you able to do this? How are you able to give out this data? How are you able to give out these speeches? All he said was, I learned everything with a mobile phone. He didn't go to the school or college, nothing. He learned all of this on a mobile phone. I asked the Google, if I needed data on a certain subject, I asked the Google and asked what is the data on that, and it gives me out. So I remember that, but at the same time, it's not about remembering. Getting the data and remembering is not the end of it. But he was able to analyze it. He was able to analyze it and able to give the comprehensive talk on that. This he was able to do without even finishing a schooling, primary schooling also. So imagine if someone like Muhammad Irfan sitting in, working as a street vendor can learn without having a formal education. Imagine what all everyone sitting here, graduating here should be able to do. So I request you to keep on learning. There's a good tool, online learning. So you keep on doing it. Don't stop. Don't think that because you're earning a degree, that this is the end of it. And second lesson I learned from his was, he's a lifelong learner. He's not saying, I learned this much, I'm fine. He's a lifelong learner. Example is like how Shailja Garu is putting up. I'm sure if you asked her, I'm sure she'll explain in her speech also. The first song she might have sung, her brother would have guided her. But later on, she has to, maybe first 100 songs she might have guided her. But 10,000 songs, she must be learning herself, bettering herself, so that she can get better and better every day. So if a person like Shailja Garu, who's a renowned singer, can be doing it, can be learning it, and be doing it lifelong, I'm sure definitely whoever is sitting here, whoever is graduating here, definitely we should take inspiration from her, and definitely we should be learning, and this should be a lifelong learning that we need to do. And third thing I learned from him was, you can have knowledge, but you can be very aloof, you can be very, like, you can have that sort of arrogance. I have so much of knowledge, I don't need, to speak to anyone. You can have a lot of learning and everything. You can have the access to learning and everything. But unless you have empathy towards people, that's what I could see in him. You also watch that video, you could see the empathy that he has towards the people, the positivity at which he was looking at the world. That is the amazing thing. Even though he was earning 300 rupees per day, he's struggling. I've seen, in the videos I've seen his house. His house is just two walls, and the roof is a flexi. This flexi was hung on his roof. It's not even forget about slab, it's not even sheet roof also. It was flexi that was used as a roof. On one side he was sleeping, on the other side is his bathroom. With that, troubles that he was going through, still he has such a zest for life, such positivity towards his life. So if he can have that positivity towards life, empathy towards people, and and also have the idea to keep on learning, definitely we should not stop at that. Every graduate I should not stop at that, you also should not stop at that. So let's keep on learning, and this is the only way that you can get better and better. Right now, if the graduation, definitely after the graduation you will get a better job, better salary, better hike and everything. Don't stop at that. There are miles to go. Definitely you can do much, much better than where we are now. There's a lot of opportunities that are coming. There's enough opportunities in this country that's happening across. So you try to take those opportunities. The new technologies, as Chairman has mentioned about AI, robotics, everything is coming. The only thing is, everywhere you go, they say we don't have enough technical people. If you can learn those, you don't have to have a degree to learn those. If you learn those, definitely you can succeed in life. There are enough opportunities that are available in this country. I hope and I'm sure that you all will grab those opportunities and get better in life, and make sure that your family also get a better life in the days to come. Once again, congratulations to all the students who have graduated here, and congratulations to their families, both husband and wife. I don't know why Chairman and Chancellor has only congratulated the wives, not the husbands. Husbands also sacrificed. So congratulations to the husbands also for supporting your wives. Congratulations to all of you, all the parents and families. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon. A very happy Friendship Day to all my academic friends here and my online friends also. It's my great privilege and honor to introduce our esteemed chief guest, Professor Dr. Kotta Madhumurthy, a distinguished academician, visionary administrator, and an eminent leader in higher education, currently serving as the chairman of the Andhra Pradesh State Council of Higher Education. With more than 37 years of distinguished service in mechanical engineering, entrepreneurship, academic leadership, and higher education governance, Professor Murthy has made lasting contributions to engineering education, institutional development, research, innovation, and public policy. Before assuming the leadership of APSHI, he served as professor, higher administrative grade, in the Department of Mechanical Engineering at the National Institute of Technology, Warangal, where he was also a member of the Board of Governors. During his illustrious career at NIT Warangal, he held several important administrative responsibilities, including Dean of Faculty Welfare, Head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, and Registrar with additional charge. He also served as the Registrar of NIT Delhi, contributing significantly to academic administration and institutional governance. Professor Murthy earned his PhD in Mechanical Engineering from the Regional Engineering College, Warangal, now NIT Warangal. His specialization in MTech was in internal combustion engines and gas turbines. He holds a postgraduate diploma in business administration also. His academic and research interests cover a wide range of areas, including internal combustion engines, alternate fuels, biofuels, solar energy, rocket propellants, entrepreneurship, and industrial management. He has authored numerous research papers published in reputed national and international journals.
This probably is much more essential in the context of the changes that are taking place. We should realize that it's not only momentous for you to receive your degree today, but in the history of humankind, this is going to be a landmark period where changes, transformations are taking place at a pace that has never been witnessed earlier, particularly with respect to the technological developments as well as the evolving aspirations of
Tamil, Kannada, Malayalam, and Hindi. She has given voice to melodies that continue to evoke joy,
వేదం అణువణువున
on human resource development and training initiatives. Professor Murthy was awarded the British Council Technical Cooperation.
వేదికను అలంకరించిన డాక్టర్ కె మేఘనా గారికి, ప్రొఫెసర్ మధుమూర్తి గారికి, డాక్టర్ రత్తయ్య గారికి, శ్రీ కృష్ణదేవరాయలు గారికి, శ్రీ ఎంవి రావు గారికి నా నమస్కారాలు. అలాగే ఈరోజు ఇక్కడ పట్టా పుచ్చుకోబోతున్న ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి నా అభినందనలు. డాక్టర్ ఎస్పి శైలజ అనగానే నాకు ఒక చిన్న ఇన్సిడెంట్ మీతో పంచుకోవాలనిపిస్తుంది. చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి, అంటే నాకు తెలిసినప్పటి నుంచి నేను ఎప్పుడు డాక్టర్ ఎస్పి శైలజ అని రాసుకుంటుండేదాన్ని. ఏదో పెద్ద చదువుకోవాలి, లేదంటే ఒక మంచి అథ్లెట్ అట్లా రావాలి, దాంట్లో రావాలి అనేది ఉండేది. పాట మీద అంత శ్రద్ధగా ఉండేది కాదు. కానీ మా అమ్మగారు నువ్వు పాడాలి, నీకు మంచి గొంతుకుంది, ఇంట్లో అందరూ పాడతారు, కానీ నాన్నగారు ఒప్పుకునేవారు కాదు ఆడపిల్లలు బయటకు వెళ్ళి పాడటానికి. బట్ మా అమ్మగారు మటుకు నన్ను బాగా వెళ్ళి నువ్వు పాడాలి అని ప్రతి కాంపిటీషన్కి, ప్రతి కచేరీకి, అన్ని చోట్లకి పంపించి ఇవాళ నాకు డాక్టరేట్ ఇప్పించింది. ముందు ఆవిడకి నా నమస్కారాలు. అర్హత అనే దాని గురించి ఆలోచిస్తే అది నాకెంతుందో తెలియదు, కానీ అదృష్టం నాకు చాలా బాగా ఉంది. నా తల్లిదండ్రుల దీవెనలు, నా గురువులు శ్రీ చంద్రశేఖరేంద్ర సరస్వతి స్వామి వారి
వాళ్ళు వెళ్ళినట్టు కనిపించట్లేదు. అంటే దురదృష్టం ఏ రకంగా ఉంటుందో చూడండి. వాళ్ళకు రాక్ మీద చాలా సేఫెస్ట్ ప్లేస్ లోనే నిలబడ్డట్టుగా కనిపిస్తుంది. కానీ అందుకే అంటారు సముద్రంతో ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఆటలు ఆడకూడదు, సముద్రంతో కనీసం సరదాలు కూడా చేయకూడదు అని అంటారు. వాళ్ళు చాలా సేఫెస్ట్ ప్లేస్ లో రాక్ మీద నిలబడ్డారు. చాలా దూరంలో సముద్రం కింద అక్కడ అలలు వస్తున్నాయి.
పురస్కారాన్ని అందుకొని ఇక్కడ మీ ముందు నిలబడి మాట్లాడగలుగుతున్నాను. పెద్దలు ఎంతెంత గొప్పగా మాట్లాడారు. అందులో ఒక్క చిన్న విషయం కూడా నేను మాట్లాడలేను నిజంగా చెప్పాలంటే. కానీ ఎన్ని విషయాలు నేర్చుకున్నానంటే ఇవాళ అక్కడ కూర్చుని నిజంగా నేర్చుకున్న తర్వాత నాకు డాక్టరేట్ వచ్చిందేమో అనిపించింది. ఇవాళ అంత బాగా అన్ని విషయాలు నేర్చుకున్నాను. నేను చాలా చాలా గొప్ప విషయాలు నేర్చుకున్నాను. ఇందాక పిల్లలు నన్ను ఇంటర్వ్యూ చేశారు, ఇద్దరు అమ్మాయిలు అన్నమాట. వాళ్ళలో ఒక అమ్మాయి అడిగింది నన్ను, మా స్టూడెంట్స్కి మీరు ఏం చెప్పబోతున్నారు అని. స్టూడెంట్స్కి నేను అక్కడ ఏం చెప్పనమ్మా, నేను స్టేజ్ మీద చెప్తాను అని చెప్పాను. అందరికీ తెలుగు అర్థమవుతుంది కదండి? అర్థమవుతుందా తెలుగు? ఓకే. ఏ పనైనా సరే ఇష్టంతో చేయండి. అది మనస్ఫూర్తిగా చేశారంటే మీకు యూనివర్స్ అది విని ఏం కావాలో ఇష్టంతో చేయాలి. కానీ ఏదో మొత్తం పెట్టుకున్నట్టు నేను చేసేస్తాను, నాకు ఈ డిగ్రీ వచ్చేస్తుంది, దీంతో పైకి వెళ్తాను, అలా చేయకండి. దాంట్లో కూడా ఒక విషయం ఉంటుంది. ప్రతి విషయంలోనూ లోతుగా ఆలోచిస్తే మనం నేర్చుకోవాల్సింది ఉంటుంది. ఇవాళ ఇంతమంది ఇక్కడ కూర్చుని ఇన్ని వింటున్నామంటే ఇందులో ఒక గొప్ప విషయం ఉంటుంది, అది నేర్చుకోవాలి. ఎన్ని విషయాలు, ఫ్యూచర్ ఎలా ఉండబోతుందో ఇవాళ తెలుసుకున్నాం. గొప్ప గొప్ప వ్యక్తులందరూ చెప్పారు ఫ్యూచర్ ఎలా ఉండబోతుంది. నాకు తెలిసి చిన్నప్పుడు అశోకుడు పాట తిరుపక్కల చెట్లు నాటించాను. నిజమే, మేము అవే చదువుకున్నాం. కరెక్ట్. 90లోకి వచ్చేటప్పటికి చెట్లు నాటించడం ఏంటంటే మొక్కలు కదా నాటిస్తారు, చెట్లు నాటించరు, మొక్కలే నాటుతారు అనేవారు పిల్లలు చెప్తే ఏదన్నా. కానీ ఇవాళ చెట్లే
never, and I mean never, introduce yourself by saying your name.
చెట్లనే తీసుకొచ్చి నాటుతున్నారు.
భారత్
ఏది కూడా
ఈ ప్రాజెక్టుల కోసం మీ అందరికీ నా హృదయపూర్వక ప్రధాన పారిశ్రామిక
లేదు. మనం దాని మీద దృష్టి పెట్టాలి, ప్రేమను పెట్టాలి, మనస్ఫూర్తిగా దాన్ని
దేశ యువతకు కూడా ఒక గొప్ప ప్రయోజనం కలగ.
చదువైనా సరే,
ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్
లేదా సంస్కారమైనా సరే,
इसलिए सरकार ने अपनी तरफ से भी इन्वेस्टमेंट बढ़ाया.
కానీ మీరు
चंद्रबाबू जी के नेतृत्व में
ఈ దేశానికి వెన్నెముక
आंध्र प्रदेश
ఎందుకు చెప్తున్నానంటే ఎన్నో
विकसित भारत के सपने को पूरा करने के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा ऊर्जा स्रोत बन रहा है.
మార్పులు జరిగిపోతున్నాయి.
मैं एक बार फिर
మనం తెలుసుకునే
इन सभी परियोजनाओं के लिए आंध्र प्रदेश के लोगों को बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूँ. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.
మిత్రులారా
ఈరోజు ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్లో ప్రతి రంగంలో ఎంత వేగంగా అభివృద్ధి జరుగుతుందో మనం ఒక్కసారి అంచనా వేయాలనంటే ఈ ఒక్క విషయం గమనించండి. నా గత 3 పర్యటనల్లో 2
ఎంతో రుణపడి
ఒక నిదర్శనం. ఈ ప్రాజెక్టుల కోసం మీ అందరికీ నా హృదయపూర్వకమైనటువంటి శుభాకాంక్షలు.
ఈ పట్టాలంటే దాని
आज का ये आयोजन
మీ కృషి, మీ ఇంట్లో వాళ్ళ కృషి ఉన్నా
नया
మీకు చెప్పాలి,
इतिहास,
మిమ్మల్ని పైకి లాగాలి, మిమ్మల్ని
नए
పైకి
रिकॉर्ड
తీసుకురావాలి అనే
इसे रचने का भी है.
ఎక్కడో ఒక విత్తు
आज एक और विकास के नए रिकॉर्ड बन रहे हैं.
ఎంతో కొంత అభివృద్ధిని సాధిస్తున్నారు. కాబట్టి మీరు చేసే దాని మీద దృష్టి పెట్టండి, చదివే దాని మీద దృష్టి పెట్టండి. అందులో ఒక్క విషయం నేను నేర్చుకుంటున్నాను అనుకోండి, మనస్ఫూర్తిగా నమ్మండి, భవిష్యత్తు మీదే అవుతుంది. నాకు ఈ గౌరవ డాక్టరేట్నిచ్చి నన్ను ఇంత మర్యాదగా చూసుకున్నందుకు ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి, మా విజ్ఞానికి, దాని వెనకాల ఉండే కులపతులకు, ఉపకులపతులకు అందరికీ, ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి, పనిచేసిన వారందరికీ, మీకందరికీ కూడా నా కృతజ్ఞతలు తెలుపుకుంటూ నా తల్లిదండ్రులకు మరొక్కసారి నమస్కారాలు తెలుపుకుంటున్నాను. శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః. స్వస్తి. వారు పాట పాడమన్నారు, పాటతో చెప్పమన్నారు. ఒక్క పాట చెప్పండి, పాడతాను ఏదన్నా. ఎదురాయే గురువైన దైవం, ఎదలాయే మంజీరనాదం, గురుతాయే కుదురైన నాట్యం, గురుదక్షిణైపోయే జీవం, నటరాజు పాదాన తలవాల్సన, నయనాభిషేకాన తరించన, సుగమము భరతము, సుగమము భరతం.